Hello, in this video I will discuss array data structure. So array data structure is a collection of data items of same type and that shares a common name for all the data items. And array elements are stored in contiguous memory locations. The lowest address of the array corresponds to the first element of the array, and the highest address of that of the array is used by the last element. Here you can see one example. This is an array of integer type. Array name is error, and total 5 number of elements are there in this array. And here in this diagram, you can see the array elements are shown. So ARR 0 is the first element, ARR 1 is the second element, ARR 2 is the third element, and ARR 4 is the last element. And all these elements are stored in the contiguous memory locations. The first element, that is error 0, is stored in 100 byte location, which is the base address of this array. And then second element is stored at 104 byte. Then third element stored in 108. So likewise, the last element, that is error 4, is stored in the 116 byte address. So this is how the array elements are stored in the memory. The first address, that is the base address, it is stored in the name of the array itself. So name of the array is a pointer to the first element of the array. Then indexing of the array. So in array, indexes are used to access all the array elements. And if we are using C programming language to implement the array, then the first index starts from 0. And in some other programming languages, like in MATLAB, the index starts from 1. And you may take the index other than 0 and 1 also. So there are these three types of indexing. 0 can be taken as the first index of the array, 1 can also be taken as the first index array, or n value can be taken as the first index in the array. Now, how to find the byte address of an array elements? So, in a one-dimensional array, if you want to find the byte address of the element AI, then you can find by using this formula: base address plus size of each element into I minus first index. So here base address is the starting address of the array where the first element of array is stored. Size is the size of each element of the array. For example, if you are using integer array and your computer is a 32-bit computer, then one integer data will occupy 4 byte of memory location, so the size will be 4. And this I is the index of the element that you want to find its address in the array. And this first index is the index of the first element. For example, if you're using C programming language, then the first index is always 0. So we can take here one example. Suppose in a 32-bit computer, the base address of the array, 820 is the array, and its base address is 100 byte. And is asking that find the byte address of fifth element, that is A4 in the array. So fifth element is A4 because here we are using C programming language, so fifth element is A4. Now, what will be the address of A4 element? So we can apply this formula: base address plus size into I minus first index. So here base address is given 100, size is 4 byte, I value is here 4, and first index is 0. So just putting the formula, we can get the answer. The answer is 116 byte. 100 plus 4 into 4 minus 0. 100 is the base address and 4 is the size of the element, into 4 here, I is 4 here, and minus 0 is the first index in the array. So this is 116. Then major operations on array data structure. So there are several operations performed in array data structure. The first one is traversing. So traversing means all the data items in the array are visited one by one. Then inserting is another operation that is performed on the array data structure. So insertion means we can insert the new element in the array data structure. Then deletion. So in deletion, the data items can be removed or deleted from the array data structure. Modifying is another operation. So you can change or modify the some value in the array data structure. Then merging. So merging is used to merge two arrays. Then searching, we can search some data items in a given array data structure. And sorting, in sorting, the array data items are sorted either in ascending or descending order. So these are some major operations that are performed on the array data structure. So now let us discuss the first operation on the array data structure, that is traversing. So in traversing, here we are taking the one-dimensional array data structure. So traversing means visiting all the data items of the array. So here for visiting, we are using the process as the function to visit all the elements. So there, this is the algorithm for traversing the one-dimensional array. So in step one, we're setting the value I equals to 0. Here I is the iterator that starts from 0, and it will go up to the last element of the array. And in C programming, the last element of the array is n minus 1, wherein is the size of the array. So for first step is I is set to 0, and then repeat step 3 and 4 until I value is less than or equals to n minus 1. That means we are traversing from the starting index 0 to n minus 1 index, and we are visiting all the elements of the array. So here process is actually visiting the elements of the array. So process the array elements ai element. So I is from 0 to n minus 1, and then you increment the value of I equals to I plus 1, then execute. So this is the algorithm for traversing one dimensional array. Then this is the C function for the implementation of traverse operation in one-dimensional array. So here the function name I have taken traverse display, and the job of this function is to traverse or visit all the elements of the array. Now we can pass the array which is to be traversed to this function. So we are passing here the array, and this is the size of the array we're passing, and is the size. And here we are using a for loop to visit all the data elements of the array. So the for loop starts from the index 0, and it is going up to n minus 1, and I is implemented I plus plus, and then we are visiting and printing the elements of the array. So this printf statement is used to print the elements of the array after visiting. So this is the code for traversing, C code for traversing array elements. Then insertion is another major operation in one-dimensional array. So here one or more data items can be inserted into the array, and after insertion, the array elements must be rearranged, because the data item can be inserted at the beginning of the array, can be inserted at the end of the array, or it can be inserted at any position in the array. If the new item is inserted at the middle of the in the middle of the array, or in at any position in the array, then after insertion, the data items after that index must be shifted right. So let us take one example for that. uh, we have one array here. It consists of 5 elements: 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6. So 5 elements are there. This is the original array, and we want to insert these 3 in between 2 and 4. So the first array element is 1, second array element is 2 here in this case, and third array element is 4, fourth one is 5th, and fifth one is 6. So here in the third position we have 4, but we want to insert this item 3 in the third position. So whenever we want to insert 3 into the third position, then all the data items after the 3 here, these data items must be shifted towards right. And we must have one extra position or extra location uh, for to store the shifted data items here in the right hand side. So you can see this is the shifted array. So 3 is inserted here, and these 4, 5, and 6 they are shifted right one position. So this is how insertion is done in array. And this is the insertion algorithm. Suppose we have one linear array, that is LA, and the total size of this array is n, and suppose that we have a position, we want to insert a data item, that is item, in a position that is k, where the value of k can be less than or equal to n. Now the algorithm is, the first step is start, and the second step is saying that set j equals to n. Here we know that in insertion, uh, we will insert the data item at the position k, and after the kth position, all the data items must be shifted towards right. So that is done here in the first step number 3, 4, 5 is used for that purpose. So you can see here, first set j equals to n, then repeat step 4 and 5 while j greater than k. Now set LAJ plus 1 equals to LAJ. So this is actually the items after the position they are shifted right. That's why it is LAJ plus 1 equals to LAJ. So LAJ plus 1 means the right hand side index value in the right hand side position J plus 1 location, jth location data is inserted. So this way all data items are shifted starting from j equals to n to uh, j greater than k. And after shifting all the elements from the kth position to the end of the array, now at the kth position we have the vacant position, and there we can insert the data item here. So LAK equals to item, and then we can increase size of the array to 1. So n equals to n plus 1. One more position is increased in this array, n equals to n plus 1. So this is how insertion is done in the one dimensional array. Now this is the C function for insertion in array. So insert void insert, and int LA, int n, int k, and int item. So LA is the array we are passing. This in this array we will insert the data item, this one item, and n is the total size of this array, k is the position where this item will be inserted. And here we are shifting the all the elements starting from the kth to the last element of the array, kth position to last position of the array, we are shifting right. So here LAJ plus 1 equals to LAJ, and then this LAK minus 1 equals to item. Here the item is inserted at the kth position. Since we are using the C programming language, so index starts from 0, that's why it is k minus 1. And then we are incrementing here the size of array to n plus 1. So this is the C code for insertion in array. Then deletion operation in array is another major operation that is performed on the array. In deletion, the data item is removed from the array, and after that all the data items they are reorganized, because whenever we delete some data item from the array, so after deleting, that position becomes vacant. So we must shift the data items from the right one position left towards the vacant position. So let us see one example here. This is the original array, and we have total 10 elements in this array. And suppose we want to delete this item 8, which is present in the 7th position, and its index is 6. So after deleting, this position will be vacant, and after that, these three elements 3, 0, and 4, they must shift towards this left one position. So 3 will come to this position, and 0 will come to this position, and 4 will come to this position. So after deletion, we get this array. So now let us see in the algorithm how it is written. So this is the deletion algorithm, and LA is the linear array where we will perform the deletion operation, and the total size of the array. And we want to delete the data item at the position k, and the value of k is less than or equal to n. Now the algorithm starts here. So start, then uh, we are here deleting and reorganizing the array. So set k equals to j equals to k, then repeat step 4 and 5 for j less than n. and then set LAJ equals to LAJ plus 1. Now this is the code for shifting the data items towards left one position. That's why it is written LAJ equals to LAJ plus 1. And it is done uh, from the kth position to the last element position. And then yeah, this is repeated till the j value of j is less than n. We are incrementing value of j is equals to 1, and this is repeated till j is less than n. And at the end we are decrementing the value of n to n minus 1, because after deleting one data item from the array, the size becomes 1 lesser, so it is decremented by 1. And this is the C code, C function for the deletion operation in array, and the function name is delete array, and we're passing this array A, where we want to perform the delete operation, and n is the size of this array, and post is the position where we want to perform the delete operation. And here uh, we are using a loop, I equals to position and I less than n I plus plus. Then we are shifting here the elements towards left one position, till the uh, value of from the position to I value less than n. We are repeating this, and at the end the value of n is decremented by 1. The next major operation is merging arrays. So here in this case we are merging two arrays. Suppose we have two arrays. First array is A, its size is M, and second array is B, and its size is N. And we want to merge these two arrays. So after merging, the size of the resultant array will be M plus N. So this is the resultant array, that is C, and its size is M plus N. See, the C function for merging two arrays is this. So merge array is the C function, and we are passing here three arrays. The first array is here A array, its size is M. Second array is B array, its size is N. And this is the third array where the resultant of the merging operation will be stored. So here we are using two loops. This first loop is used to store the elements of the first array in the resultant array C. You can see here Cj equals to ai for I equals 0 to I less than mi plus plus, and j value is incremented by 1. And then in the second for loop, we are storing the second array element into the resultant array. You can see this one. Cj equals to di for I equals to 0 to I less than n I plus plus, and j is incremented by 1 at each iteration. So this is how merging of two arrays is done. So this is all about the different operations on the array data structure. So in this video we discussed traversing in the array, insertion in array, deletion in array, and merging two arrays in the array data structure. And the rest operations like searching and sorting operations we will discuss in the next video. Thank you.